live video. This is our regulators feed up. There you see it right there. We're about to go into our pasture and hopefully offer some of our Longhorn babies a muffin as a snack, a late night snack. And it's not really late night, it's only 8:15 my time, I believe. Let me close this gate behind me so as no one runs out. Hey, Calamity, everyone sure is loving on you lately. Guys, I tell you what, we are sure loving ourselves some Calamity Jane lately, aren't we? Everyone loves Calamity Jane. I know I do. Look, sweetie. Hey, guys, look why I love her. Oh, she's already found her own muffin. Look. Guys, look at Calamity Jane. Baby, you got to eat it. Here. Come over here. Put your ears pretty and eat this muffin, okay? There you go. I'm so proud of you. Hey, Amber. Hey, Amber. Good girl. I love these two girls, y'all. Now, we got more good girls than just those two. Look at Tex climbing on the top of that pile of clay. Hey, Pearl friend. How would you like a muffin? How would you like a muffin, sweetie? There you go. That's a good girl. Well, hey there, Jolene, you old wrecking ball. This is our wrecking ball, everybody, and she needs her a muffin too. Yes, she does. All right, look out, baby. Don't let me bump you. Here's Santiana. Hey, Santiana, I bring snacks. I come bearing gifts of muffins. I am the muffin man. There you. Oh, baby, I dropped it, sweetie. You got to commit, sweetie. When you commit, I'll let go. There you go. All right, and then of course we're not going to hand feed Tex, but I want to spin by my burn pile here and let you all have a peek at the majestic Tex. This is our herd bull. I'm not after you, I'm just looking at you. We're all just looking. He's just showing out, okay? He's just showing out. He's just doing his own way of showing out for everybody. And I don't know who he's showing out for, but he's just the bull, and that's what they do, okay? So there you have it. There's Tex. All right, let's go on down and around the way and find out who else we have who would enjoy themselves a muffin. We've already fed all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We fed these 5. Now, we're coming up on Jenny Lane and Norma Jean, and neither one of those in front of me, actually, all 3 over here, neither of these 3, none of these 3 here will eat from the hand, and I can't hardly stand that, which is why I sometimes joke and say that they're dead to me. They're not really dead to me, okay? But Jenny Lane, Norma Jean, and Serenity, the black and white, I will show you. I will offer, but you'll see for yourselves that she's very unlikely to eat from the hand. If she does, then life can be restored. But as of right now, she's dead to me. Baby, do you want this muffin? Look, everyone else takes one. You're so close. You're so very close. Hey, Marilyn. Marilyn's like, that's how you do it, Jenny, you big dork. And that is true. Now, Norma Jean is Marilyn's daughter. No, baby, you already had one. You've already had one. One's all we're getting. Ruby Sue and Trinity. Here, Ruby. There you go. If I'm not careful, I'm going to get surrounded here, and I'll be in a bad position. Hey, Dolly. Here, Dolly, you have food all over your mouth. Dolly, you got... Guys, why is everyone dropping their muffins today? Why is everyone dropping their muffins out of their mouth? That makes 2 drops. We seldom have any drops. And today we've already had 2 drops. Now this is Charlene. She is the 4th one who does not eat from the hand, and I don't know why. And it drives me crazy. Well, I mean, here's what's so weird about it. I've known Charlene since she was born. Since she was born. And there's nothing for her to be scared of. Yet she is, and I don't know why. You can understand some of these younger cows could be a little bit skittish because they're young. Patsy, come around here, baby. I can't see you. You understand why some of the younger calves could be kind of skittish because they're young. And they've not really had a chance to experience what being loved is all about. But those like Charlene, who's several years old, has no excuse. Now, she's laying down. I'm going to try something. She may not let me do this. I don't want to get her up. I'm going to walk over real slow and see if I can offer you one while you're laying on the ground. Right now that she's laying down, she probably feels quite vulnerable, so she may want to stand up. But if I go real slow and quiet, I might be able to give her one and never make her get up. Here, sweetie. Here, sweet baby. I'm not after you. Here comes your muffin. Oh, I love that girl. Look what we did, y'all. We gave her one while she lays on the ground. That shows a lot of trust right there. That shows a whole lot of trust. Thank you. Hi, here's our dancing cow. Did you want another one, sweetie? No, you're such a good girl. All right, we're gonna pull forward now, okay? Don't let me bump your head. Look out, I don't want to bump you. Sweetie, look out, sweetie. There we go. All right, let's make our way back around. Look, she's like, I'm just not feeling the dancing tonight. I don't have my dancing shoes. Guys, she's not wearing her dancing shoes. And all of you ladies know that you dance better in some shoes than you do in others. Most of you girls would rather dance barefoot, wouldn't you? I know it. Most of you girls would rather dance barefoot than with shoes on at all. All right, let's try these two again, and we'll just give one more shot at Jenny Lane over here. Looky here, Amber. There you go. Here you go, sweet Calamity. I'm glad that these two get along. They're like best friends. They look just alike, though. That's going to be a problem as they get older. Once they get old enough and they look so much alike, that's going to be a real problem. We're not going to be able to tell them apart. We're going to have to find ways to tell them apart. Hey, baby, you back for more? Hey, Amber. Amber, walk over here. Amber, nothing. Jenny, look. I think Jenny's so close. Jenny Lane, you're right there, sweetie. Oh, Ruby, did you have to run her out of here? Okay, Ruby ruined everything. Ruby Sue ruined what was going to be a special moment, y'all. Ruby Sue ruined a special moment. And now look, Jenny Lane's very upset. She was right there. Calamity, oh boy. Calamity and Loretta think, hey, you know what? We're not really in the mood to dance, but why not? We'll dance with you, Daddy. Come here, sweetie. Try it one more time. Oh, Loretta, you're messing up everything with Jenny Lane. Jenny Lane, I'm sorry, sweetie. What's going on here? You want to try it again, Jenny? Guys, will Jenny try it? Here, Jenny. Oh, Loretta! Loretta, you messed up. That was a Jenny Lane moment, sweetie. Baby, that was for... Oh, Lordy. Just, okay, get it and go. Jenny, I'm so sorry. Here. I tossed one out for Jenny. Loretta, move your head. Move your big head out of the side by side. Let her have it. You let her have that muffin. Golly gee. Oh, poor guys. We were so close. Gosh darn it, we were right there, y'all. We were right there. All right, well, there is one last muffin here. There's one last muffin. You know who I think should have it? I think Calamity Jane deserves this muffin. Hey, Calamity. Sweetie, one last muffin if you like it. You gotta come get it, though. She goes, I don't know if I should trust you or not. Baby, you've trusted me all the last 2 days. There you go. All right, I think that we can all be happy to know that at least Calamity Jane, look at, I'll tell you what, that Jenny Lane is a really pretty cow. I don't want to have issues with her. I would like it if she would finally learn her way and become a little bit more trusting. We like our cows to be trusting. Now, we don't trust our bulls as far as we can throw them. You guys know that. We don't trust our bulls as far as we can throw them. All right, let's go out and let Rita and Gemma out of their stalls, aka their rooms. I have them both in their rooms. I put them in their rooms because I moved that trailer into their pasture. I'm going to start working with them, loading and unloading, and hopefully if Roman can watch, then maybe we'll eventually get Roman to load and unload as well. So this barn here has plenty of room on both sides. I already know, and so nothing's going to shock me that the fact that I placed this trailer here in their barn is going to more than likely be the driving force for the next round of criticisms and hateful comments. But I want to work daily on loading and unloading, and I think that I'll get a lot better luck. Well, number one, I have it in the shade. That's huge. Number two, you see there's tons of room on each side. I did move the Blue Lagoon out. I'm going to attempt to put that over with the bulls in the bullpen. Attempt. But with only having 3 horses here, they're not going through both of their water troughs. Each of those hold 150 gallons. That's 300 gallons a day, and they're not going through all of that. And they also still have room for their hay. So I don't suspect the horses are going to have an issue with the trailer sitting there, but it's going to help me a whole lot take the horses each day when I halter them and lead them and try to get them to start working on loading and unloading. I've advised Jamie to do the same thing. Now, Val and Talus loaded so easy, y'all. They loaded so darn easy. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because their former owner worked with them on that. I'm not a horse person. I'm just a guy with a couple of horses. And I'm also not a rancher. I'm just a guy who owns a ranch. But what I'm saying is, practice makes perfect, and the more comfy they can get with loading and unloading, even if they're not being moved anywhere. Loading, offering a reward for their good behavior. Unloading, giving them a reward. Then that means that if the day ever comes and they have to be moved for some situation, a vet call or whatever else, guess what? You can load them. They're not going to give you such a hard time. Here you go, baby. You want to come on out? Come on, sweet baby. Everyone thinks you're such a wonderful girl, and I agree. You're the most wonderful girl ever. Your daddy's girl, too. She's really the only horse that I can say without a shadow of a doubt belongs to me, because she is my heart horse. And she has picked me. Now, this one over here, I'll tell you something. What's going to happen is these two over here, just Gemma, this little pig pen of a girl, and Rita are never going to allow themselves to be separated. They're forming such a bond like sisters, and they're never going to allow anyone to break it. Now, sometimes Rita can get a little bit upset with, don't get me wrong, sisters do sometimes fight. Sisters do not start that kicking. Sisters do sometimes fight, okay? Watch out, don't get me caught in the crossfire. Rita, settle down. Sometimes you can get caught in the crossfire. But I'm hoping that with Roman watching these two young ladies load on a regular basis, baby, why are you following so close behind me? I'm just afraid she's going to step on my heels, y'all. I don't want to get stepped on by her being silly, okay? Oh, look how dirty she is. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll have to go to Marketplace and find someone who wants to do a horse wash and a horse groomer. Traveling horse wash / horse groomer. That's what this one right here needs. But we ain't taking her nowhere. They're going to have to come to us. Hey, big feller. He's already eaten, guys, but I did not close him in his stall. I didn't think that he needed it. He can eat and he can walk out whenever he's ready, because he loves his dad so much. We put it in selfie mode. Look at my big guy here. This is a Belgian draft. This is what this over here is, a Belgian draft, and he loves his daddy. Oh, don't you bite me. I know he's not biting. So many people don't understand why I pull away when he does that. But guys, I'm scared. I'm terrified he's going to actually bite me. He doesn't have a reason to bite me. And everyone says he's never going to bite you without a reason. But it's still scary. Oh boy. Now I'm going to get caught up in all this riffraff. They're all going to come over, try to get some loving from me. And everything's fine with these three until I show up. And then they start competing for time and attention. And they get so much time and attention. All right, now they're going to come check out the trailer. All right, let me see what's going to happen over here. They're like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Is our water still available? And the answer is yes. Guys, I'm not reading any comments right now because I don't have my glasses on. I am just watching just to make sure that they still go to their hay, they still find that they have water, and no one is spooked by the trailer sitting there in their barn. All right, no one needs to be spooked, okay? No one needs to be scared of that trailer. Look at the girls, they're gonna circle all the way around it. And then what we're gonna start doing eventually is when I put their halters and their leads, I'm gonna walk them over. Buddy, please don't bite, just lick. I'm gonna walk them over and open that back door and walk them in there. And they're gonna learn it to be a part of their routine. Maybe not every single day. You don't have time every single day. But the days that we get them haltered up and with leads, we're gonna start loading them as well. And I think that with Roman seeing all of that, hopefully he'll allow us to start loading him. That would be just the ultimate. If we could ever load this fella over here and unload, that would just be the ultimate. Right, sweetie? That would be the ultimate. And you're going to be the key. You're going to be the key to getting Roman to load. You know that, right? Because Roman does what Rita tells him to do. Roman does do whatever Rita tells him. And if Rita says load, then Roman's going to load. Baby, why are you being like that? Why are you being snappy? You're just being licky? Okay, we're moving that. That's why it has not been cleaned out or pulled out of here. I did not get a chance to do it today, but that is in the works. And if you're wondering why I'm not going to leave that Blue Lagoon for the horses, it's easy. It's because they make a bigger mess than what you realize. And that Blue Lagoon is getting so dirty, and I'm having to change out that water more than I want to. And guys, we're talking 500 gallons. And one of the hardest things to do every day, not every day, but a couple of times a week, is watch 500 gallons of water go across the ground. I hate that. I hate that. So the horses make quite a bit of a mess. You don't realize that, but the cows don't make near the mess. Roman, I don't know why your ears are back. If you're just licking the salt off of me, that would be one thing. But for your ears to go back makes me wonder what your true intentions are. I mean, seriously, if he just wants to lick me, fine. He does it all the time. But why do his ears go back when he's licking me? That's what I don't understand. Now, you all may have heard that noise. What he's hearing and looking at is that stallion across the way. Yeah, the neighbor's horse. That neighbor's stallion is over here screaming at my girls. Let me go open this gate for the bulls. The little bulls want to come into their feed room, their feed buggy room, and I have the gate closed on them. So I need to open this gate up, and then if you want to, we can walk inside for a minute. Uh-oh, got a rock in my crock. I'll tell you what happened today, and I don't want to talk a lot about it until I get all the details. But I got a phone call from a lady who said they were going to be on the property, and with a good reason. And then my neighbor, Mr. Curtis over here, sent me a text and said there were people on the property. Guys, I'll tell you what, I was so nervous that they were going to go into the wrong pasture. And you cannot tell your 80-year-old neighbor who barely gets around to go tell them not to go into the bullpen. And the lady that called gave me a number to call her back on, but when I did, she didn't answer. So I was so nervous of those people coming on the property and going into my bullpen, because they don't know what they'd be up against, do they? They have no idea what they'd be up against going in this pasture. Now, if you're asking about his blue barrel, I don't see it. I don't know where it's at. I don't see that blue barrel anywhere. So I'll have to come out tomorrow, I guess, or sometime, and walk the fence lines and find it, because I don't see it. But if the gate's open, they can come and eat their grain if they want to. Okay. Yeah, I'm so sorry. If you were hoping to see the blue barrel game, I think that we played quite a bit of that in today's video, along with what you saw last night when we went live. So, okay. Well, let me just check this water over here. I see that they've turned one of their water troughs over on its side. So that's not going to be much for filling that one up. Golly gee. Oh, guys. Okay, they have completely knocked. Oh, Lordy. Okay, this in here is bone dry because look at all the water on the ground. They have turned. Okay, they have turned this water trough all the way over. It's bone dry. Well, and all of the water is across the ground. So what I need them to do, now there's still a water trough over here, not to worry, and it is full of water. Okay, that water trough is full of water. We're still okay. Darn it. So I will have to go in there tomorrow morning and try to set that back up. But maybe if I'm lucky, I can catch the bulls off down the pasture somewhere, and I can take the Blue Lagoon over and set it up and not have to worry about them knocking water troughs around. So they're fine with water. They have one that's full, one they've knocked over and spilt it all over the ground, but they have enough for tonight. But that will be my #1 job tomorrow. Now what's going to happen over here is Chucky and Waylon are both going to go inside to their feed buggy. So what I could do tomorrow is draw them inside their feed buggy and then walk around behind them and close that gate, and they would be trapped in that little feed buggy room. And that would give me a chance to pull that Blue Lagoon over here. How do I get that Blue Lagoon over the fence though? I'll have to somehow lean that Blue Lagoon up and get it over the fence. And I'm going to put that Blue Lagoon right over here, right inside their covered area, and fill it up. And we're going to see how long that will last them, and then how dirty they get it. But I will tell you this, it's not easy working with these Longhorn and these bulls. It's not. I love them. Boy, I sure do love them, but it is not easy. I'm happy to see Roman over there eating on the hay, so the trailer is not freaking him out or scaring him. Everything's fine with the trailer. And then whatever you guys are putting in the comments, I'll have to read a little bit later, because I do not have my glasses on right now. And that's a shame, because sometimes it would be nice to address things as they pop up instead of me reading them later. And but if you hold on long enough, I will make my way indoors, and I'll put on a pair of glasses. I'll get me a water bottle, get me a pair of glasses, wipe the sweat off of my face, and then, hey sweetie, you want a muffin before I go in? Could I offer you a muffin because I love you so much? How about that? How about you catch me over here for a muffin? How about that? Yes, both of y'all, catch me over here for a muffin. How about that, huh, girls? Come on. Let me offer my girls here a muffin right quick, because they're good. Y'all, I don't give them enough credit for being so good. Don't you holler at them girls, because you can catch me outside. How about that? Okay, here comes my girls. Here we go. Come here, sweetie. Rita, you first. Here you go, love. Here's your muffin. There you go. Gemma, you want a muffin? Rita, allow her a muffin. Rita, allow her. Rita, you're going to allow her a... Oh, Rita, allow her a muffin. She deserves a muffin. Roman, Rita will not give Gemma a muffin. Rita, she needs a muffin. She's a good girl. I'm going to give you one right here, Rita. Rita, look. Now I'm gonna run over here real fast to Gemma. Here, Gemma, don't you leave. Here. Here. There you go. Okay, eat it, baby. Hurry. There. Now run, Gemma. Put your ears pretty, sweetie. Roman, how do you deal with them two all day? How does, oh my gosh, there they go. Look, there they go. Two, just wild child. Y'all, Rita's just a wild child. I love her, but she is a wild child. I'm not giving you more because you were kind of mean to Gemma. I gave Roman plenty though. All right, friends. Regulators, we've already taken, if you're just joining regulators, we've already driven out and fed the Longhorn. You missed it. If you're just joining, you missed us feeding muffins to our Longhorn. You've also missed us letting Rita and, oh, look. Jim is chasing me over here for a muffin. She's already had one, she's fine. All right, we're gonna pull over here now, park this side by side, and make our way indoors. Would you guys like to come inside for a minute? Would you like to come inside for a minute? You're invited to come inside if you'd like to. I would love to have you come in for a moment and have a drink with me. I'll be drinking water. I'll be drinking water. No one's eating right now. You guys are not that hungry. Settle down. Just settle it down, okay? Settle down. Daddy's gonna get him a water bottle. There we go. Got my water bottle. Grab me a pair of these glasses. These should work. I'm gonna walk you over here to my workstation. Oh boy. And then I'll be putting you guys into this tripod. Let me turn it on. Look at here. We're on air, so no one should be bothering us, huh? So all of the outside world can just leave us alone. Look at there. And now let me put you in this tripod. Turn you around. Turn on this light. Hey, friends, let me go grab myself a towel so that I can wipe off my face. I am a sweaty, sweaty mess. And then I'll be right back to chit-chat with you all, okay? Yes, get yourself a Mountain Dew, get your Sprite, get your Gatorade, get whatever you drink. And I'll be drinking myself a Propel flavored water. Hey there, Stella. Stella wants you all to know that she's here with Daddy. She's here to keep me safe. And she loves her some daddy time. Of course, Trixie's here. Don't worry about Trixie. She's with me too. Stella and Trixie are both here. All right, let me go clean off my face right quick. I will be right back. Girls, move. I'm going to go wipe my face, and then I'll be right back to take my video. Whew. Look out, Trixie. Move, sweetie. Come on down. Come on down. All right, Stella, move, baby. You gotta get out of Daddy's way. Okay. Thank you for giving me those few minutes to do that. All right. Okay. Where are we? Whew. Well, hi to hello, Chris Canoza. Nice to see you. Hey, Denise, Rebecca, Catherine, Marianne, Renee, Joni, Molly, Dawn, and Miss Megan. Wow. Hey, Miss Megan, and everybody else. It's nice to see you all. You know, my body is still so hot that, can you see that my glasses have fogged up? The body heat is so hot that as soon as I put these on, they fogged up immediately. So I'm better off without them. Okay, I'll try it again. Things are going pretty good. I hope that you guys have had a wonderful day. Happy Wednesday to you all. If y'all have not noticed, we uploaded, for those of you who do Facebook and YouTube, we did put the newsletter onto Facebook, and it's a wonderful newsletter, guys. a beautiful work of art that this lady puts together for us. It sort of takes what you've missed over the last couple of weeks and compiles it all into one location where you can kind of catch up on what's going on. So if seeing the comments make you feel sick, I'm not going to tell people not to comment. A lot of folks enjoy the comments. Hey, could I ask a question? How many of you guys enjoy reading comments just as much, if not more, than the actual videos that you watch? I'm just curious, and it's not going to hurt my feelings none. I think it's a beautiful thing, actually. But I will not turn comments off, because I also enjoy reading the comments. I can't keep up because they move along so fast. And then I don't know if you're able to turn off comments on your end or not. But there might be a setting that you can select not to see comments. I just don't know. I know if you watch from your TV, you don't have to see the comments. Well, Keisha goes, I only like listening to you, but I love reading the comments. Keisha, could you find a nicer way to say it? Could you find a nicer way to say that? I'm playing with Miss Keisha. I'm just playing with her, y'all. I can play too. That's the whole thing. You guys think y'all get to tease me, but I can't tease you back. Yes, I can. Teasing goes both ways. You tease me, and I'm going to tease you right back. Hold on. If me and Miss Keisha are going to have this, I thought I said I love listening to you, and I love the comments. Yes, that's what you meant to say. Okay. Okay, so Miss Keisha loves listening to me, but she still loves her some comments. So this sweet lady whose name I cannot pronounce says that yes, you are able to turn off the comments. So guys, if the comments are in fact making you feel dizzy or making you feel ill, maybe they trigger your fibromyalgia or whatever you got, there is a way, says somebody, that you can turn those off. I just don't know how to do it. I'm so very sorry. Okay? Here we go. Linda says, seriously, you need to call the police. Get animal control involved. Oh, Linda, sweet Linda Rollins. Ma'am, I'm guessing you probably have only caught a couple of videos, but not all of them. But we have already had everybody involved. Everybody's been involved. Everybody's been involved. But I don't think that many of you guys understand our number one and biggest concern with the neighbor next door. Retribution or retaliation. You see, we're not here all the time. And even though we have what I like to think is a really amazing security system, our security does not pick up every inch of 50 acres. And friends, I don't mean to make you sound like you don't know, but there's no way you're never going to cover 50 acres. You're not. You're never going to be able to cover 50 acres with security cameras. It doesn't matter how many you have. You're never going to be able to cover all 50 acres with security cameras. And so we can cover all of the area here around the RV, and we can cover the area around all of our equipment, our tractors and the side-by-side and all of our things, you know, even our animal gates. All of our gates are covered. So there's no one going to come in or out of any gate without being seen. But, this is the but, don't forget there's a highway that runs along the back of our property, and it's very wooded over there. And then, for those of you who understand the layout of the property, there's also the entire stretch that runs through the neighbor, you know, that divides me and the neighbor, and there's no security cameras along that fence line either. So there's just no way to cover. And then if you go to the far fence line, There's no cameras over there either. So you have to understand that we may have what I like to think is a state-of-the-art camera setup that records and monitors everything from animals to humans to vehicles. It records it all. It notifies me immediately. My phone goes off so much with these notifications that sometimes I get tired of hearing about there's a squirrel on the porch, there's a raccoon in the trash can. I just sometimes, you know, but there's no way to cover the entire 50 acres. And so what I fear the most is that if we end up doing something that angers anybody to that level, what would they do to get you back? Now, you know, and then what do you do? What do you do if you come up and you have animals who've been shot out in your back pasture? How do you prove it? You don't. How do you prove it, guys? You call the police, you call animal control, but how do you prove? Because there are people who can take shots from over the fences or from that little highway, and there's no way to ever prove who did that. No way. What we would do is lose a lot of wonderful babies because of a little bit of a riffraff next door. All right? The loss of those animals would be irreversible, and so I'm that's not a risk that I'm willing to take, okay? And that is why I told my neighbor. So many folks were upset with me when I had those horses loaded up, ready to go, had a place for them, ready and willing to accept them both. And I still messaged my neighbor and told him. And he come over here right away, and he says, no, let them out. Let them out. Let them out. And you guys know that whole story. And so what did I do? I let them out. And so, but no, I will not do anything that's going to, and that's a shame. You have to live that way. It's sad you have to live that way. But to me, with having so many, and you know what, like here's the thing. Someone says risk versus reward. Yeah, the only reward in getting rid of those horses is that we don't have to deal with the riffraff. But who's to say that he's not going to at some point put more horses over here? That might be even worse. Or think about this over here. What if one day he brings himself his own bull? What if he has a bull that he lets loose in that pasture? Think about how hard it's going to be with his shabby fencing, with having two bulls that are able to touch noses and fight up and down the fence line. So I tell you what, I worry more than I probably need to, but so you pick your battles. You have to pick your battles. I just have to smile and laugh at the person who says install live cameras. I will say again, and I'm not going to argue with you all day. We have what I think are the best cameras on the market. And those cameras were a sponsorship that do record live. And I'll say this, but no matter how wonderful these cameras are, I don't think that you understand that you cannot surveil 50 acres. You cannot. Okay? So I'm not going to keep talking about that. You're going to keep insisting we get cameras, and I'm just going to start ignoring those comments. I was telling you that, yeah, and thank you, Dawn. Dawn says cameras don't stop bullets. And that's something that we've actually made videos about before when we've lost a baby here or there. Remember that cameras are a deterrent to crime, but predators, they don't recognize a camera as being a deterrent. They don't recognize a camera at all. And then a camera is also reactionary. A camera Dawn is correct. Yeah, Dawn, that makes the most sense. That makes more sense than anything else anyone else is saying on here, even myself. Cameras are just a reactionary thing. And so if you do happen to catch something in the act, then you have an angle to go with legally. But don't you know that some folks don't care about, they're just, anyway. All right, I'm tired of talking about the cameras. There are so many other things that we can talk about besides things that don't make sense, either logically or logistically. So no, we did have people show up on the property today, and we'll talk about that tomorrow on tomorrow's video. But it was quite scary because, like I said, my biggest fear is that those folks are not going to understand that we have animals here that are not safe. And I don't mean the cows out back. I mean going across this bullpen. And it was my neighbor, my 80-year-old neighbor, who noticed them, who's the one that sent me the text. And I did get a phone call that I ignored, that it was an unknown number. Well, it actually had a number, but I didn't recognize it. So I ignored it twice. And I got 2 voicemails. And so when I called the number back, though, to inform them that there's some dangerous animals on this property, they didn't answer. And so that was quite scary. So Miss Belinda says, why am I just now getting a notification? I sometimes will like to remind you guys of why sometimes you don't get notified, even though you have turned on your notifications. And guys, that's, I mean, getting notifications is wonderful, but you have to remember that if there's something of more importance that YouTube wants you to watch, then more than likely they're going to not notify you of the channels you like to watch. They're going to show you instead on your feed recommendations of what they want you to watch. And so I know that today when I went to YouTube, because I also sometimes will browse YouTube, all I saw, even on my feed, and you would think that your feed is only people you like to watch, but I was seeing all kinds of stuff about the Diddy trial, the Diddy verdict is in, and all the stuff about Diddy. And I have no interest in watching anything with Diddy. I have no interest in that. So I'm thinking, why is YouTube trying to force me to? So you have to remember that the only way that you're going to guarantee that channels like ours stay relevant, and I'm not saying this just for myself, but for any channel that you like, you have to hit that like button. You have to let YouTube know that this channel is one that is relevant to you, and that it's something that you want to continue to see. So, you know, I know that creators get tired of always saying, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. But, you know, what I've been doing this week, I've talked to my moderators. We're blessed to have 5 wonderful ladies who help me moderate the channel. And we sometimes have group discussions. Yes, hey, Christy. Christy's one of them. So is Teresa. So is Miss Billy. Oh, and so is Keisha and Vanessa. And they're wonderful. But sometimes what we do is we talk about the analytics of the channel to help them kind of understand why we do what we do and how we do it. And it was neat letting them see and showing them firsthand how the engagement on a video makes a world of difference in how many people see your video. Let me give you an example. And I have 5 moderators along with Jamie, who's here, who can vouch for this. Let's just say that I post a video, and let's just say that 6,000 people, or let's just say, I'm just giving you a number, but let's just say 6,000 people are true blue, I'm a survivor, Longhorn Lester, from Suits to Boots people. They're going to watch everything you put out. And YouTube will show you how many people are going to watch it. Those that watch it from a notification, and those that watch it from searching you up. Which those are the people who want to see your videos. But do you know that it's double that number of people who watch your video based on YouTube recommending that video. And so that's why we ask you guys to hit that like button, because if you don't, then this channel, like so many others, are going to just slowly dissolve away. And even though you follow, you subscribe, you want to be notified, that's how channels go away, guys. That's how channels go away. So, all right. Well, does anyone have any specific questions I could answer? I know that earlier I was walking around doing things without my glasses. So Miss Vanessa says that if you want to hit the like during a live, so let's just say that you right now are watching the live, you're reading comments, and you might forget to hit that like when it's over. It's real simple. So if you're watching from your phone, and up here's the video, and down here are all the comments, there's a small X by the comments. You just push that little X, and the comments go away. They do. Then you press that like button, and then you touch the comments again, and they come right back. It's real simple. So once again, I can't show you because I'm using my phone, but I have my phone in my hand, and the top is the video, and the bottom are all those comments, right? If I look at it, right there where the comments section is at, there's a little X. If I just press that little X, the comments go away. And then I can hit the like button. But wait, I want to read them comments. So all you do is touch that comment section again, and the comments pop right back up. Okay? It's real simple. Lynn says, I just did it. Lynn, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. We appreciate that. So, all right, well, listen. I want to thank you guys for jumping on and joining us this afternoon. Hope you got a chance to see some Longhorns eating. I'm so very blessed that we have Calamity Jane, who's starting to eat from the hand. That adds a whole lot. I do think that the next cow, I do hope, I have my fingers crossed. Oh, wait a minute. Sandra has a birthday. Sandra's like, not so fast, not so fast. It's my birthday, and I need me a birthday song. Okay, Sandra, is there anyone else who has themselves a birthday today? Let's go ahead and find out real fast who else may have them a birthday. Nikki has a birthday. So while all of the birthday people are making themselves known, I will let you guys know that I feel like the next cow who's going to start eating from the hand, and I mean any day now, guys, any day now, is going to be Jenny Lane. I really do think it's going to be Jenny Lane, and I really hope it is. I love her. I want to say thank you because I've watched the likes jump 263. 263 people did what I asked. Hit that X, press that like button, and jumped right back on here. Thank you for doing that. Thank you so much for doing that. Now, I know sometimes that when you hit that X button and you click that like, there's two sets of comments. There's the permanent comments, and then there's the live chat. So comments and chat are two different things. Right now, what we're all watching is the chat, right? It's like the chat. These are not really comments. This is chat. They call it chat, like you're chatting with each other. So what you have to do is, there's where the comment bar is at, it slides back and forth. You can either go to the stationary, the forever comments, or you can slide over and see the chat. Right now, we're in the chat. What happens a lot is sometimes people will just chat. You'll be chatting like crazy. You'll be talking to me. You'll be talking to your friends. You'll be chatting away. And then later you'll come back to read what you're looking for, the chat, but all you see are comments. And you're like, Lester, why did you delete me? What did I do wrong? I didn't say anything mean. And I'm like, I didn't delete you. What you were doing is messaging in the chat. I know it's complicated. Don't let it bother you. Don't let it complicate. Don't let it drive you bananas, okay? Okay, if you don't like this little device over here, don't hate the messenger. I'm only here because we have some birthday people, okay? We have some birthday people who would like to hear me kazoo them a song, okay? All right. Is that okay with everybody? Okay. And then what I'll also do, I will kazoo you another song. Let me enter and find I'm going to find some lyrics. I will not show you the song. I will not show you the song. This will be fun. Oh, here's a good one. Okay. This is too easy. First of all, the birthday song. Birthday and anniversaries. Here we go. Y'all ready? If you're at work, now's time to turn the volume down. Okay. And many more. Your pants are tore. Go to the store and buy some more. And while you're there, wash your hair. Just don't forget your underwear. Okay? Even Stella likes to kazoo. This girl can't hear a darn thing, but even she likes to kazoo. Okay, are y'all ready for Name That Tune? Are you guys ready for Name That Tune? Here we go. Name that tune. That was horrible. Jackie got it right, though. Jackie, I don't know how you did that, Jackie, because that was horrible. I am so very sorry, okay? I got one more for you. Let me find the lyrics. Okay. Y'all ready? This will be a little bit slower and it might be easier. I'm so sorry for that last one. And anyone who just left the live because that drove you bananas, I'm so sorry and I don't blame you one bit, okay? All right. Okay. Dominique Novice is somebody that I used to know. Why'd you have to stoop so low? uh, have your friends collect your records and you change your number. I guess that I don't need that though. And now you're just somebody that I used to know. Somebody I used to. Okay, fine. Now and then that I think when we were together. Someone says titanium. Okay, I give up too. I give up. That's not titanium. Okay. Okay, it was too fast. I've learned that with the kazoo, you'd be better off doing slow songs. I think that country music, we should just make it country music only, okay? Country music kazoo. No longer will I ever go into my music because I love this song. I love it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to ask you all a question, and then I'm going to tell you my song. Okay, you ready? Everyone listen carefully, and here comes my question to you all. If you could be the artist, the singer of one song that's going to define your life and your legacy, if you could be the artist, the singer, or the songwriter of one song, and only one, you're a one-hit wonder, what song would be the song that you would use to define you and or your legacy? Someone says, all my exes live in Texas. Seriously? All my exes live in Texas. That's why I hang my hat in Tennessee. Guys, I don't think that's going to be anyone's theme song to define your legacy. Come on, y'all. Take this serious. Take it serious. Please be serious. There are some really good songs coming up over here. It's hard to pick just one, somebody said. That went by so fast. But no, I told Jamie the same thing, and the answer she gave me was so dumb. I'm not calling Jamie dumb, but the answer that she come up with was dumb. Because if you're going to only have one song that's going to go down through history, and it's going to be the song that's going to define who you were, who you are, and who you were, you got to make it a good one, y'all. You got to make it a good one. One that people are going to, it has to be catchy, that they're going to love to sing it, that they're going to sing it every time it comes on. It's like some movies when they come on, you can't help but watch them. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen them 100 times. But if you're scrolling through and that movie's on, you just can't help but watch it. So I want to know what song comes on and you just can't help but listen to it because it reminds you, it's like that song was written for you. Like that song was your song. There's some really good songs on here. And there's some that are kind of sad. And even though I don't know you personally, I know a lot about you just from seeing your theme song. And that's powerful. That's so powerful. I can't tell you mine because it's going to make you angry. It's going to make some of you guys angry. I'll play I can't even play it because it's going to get me in trouble with YouTube. But if you've ever heard the song "The Sound of Silence," it was written by or sung by a group called Disturbed. if you ever want to sort of like look into my mind, like delve deep into my mind, you go find that song and you look it up and you read those lyrics. And I'm not saying that I'm calling you all out, but let me read you this one little section over here. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without even speaking. People hearing but not really listening. Oh man. I'm not trying to be mean to y'all, because I know that that does not describe everybody here. But I feel like that song sometimes describes so much. Anywho, well, hey, I've had you guys on for a while. I hope that you will take a chance to look at some of these other songs on here. I know I am. Some I've never heard of, and some I do know very well. Some are very, very deep, and some are fun, and that's okay, because like I said, that to me defines a whole lot about you and what your life has been like, and I love that. So someone says that Disturbed did a remake of that song. I did not know that that was a remake. So my question is, The Sound of Silence, who sang it first? I can Google that maybe, if you, unless someone already knows. Who is the original singer of The Sound of Silence? That's Simon and Garfunkel. Simon and Garfunkel? Oh, y'all knew that? You guys knew that? That was well before I was even born. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk to you again. 'Cause a vision softly creeping left its seed while I was sleeping. Oh my gosh. Let's find the lyrics. And the vision that was planted in my brain remained. It is the sound of silence. I love you guys. Thank you for being those who listen to me and hear me. You don't just hear me, but you listen to me. I appreciate that, and I hope that you know that we also listen and we hear you. If you're new to the channel, I want to do what my dad does and remind those that might be new. It might be their first time here. They might just be scrolling through the internet and run across this moment right here. I'm going to invite you to come back and say hello sometime. I'm going to invite you to meet the nicest people on the entire internet. I want to invite you to say hello to somebody and watch how fast you find yourself surrounded by people who love and care as much as you do for them. They're moderators. If you don't do anything else, say hi to our moderators and watch how fast the moderators and so many others are going to surround you and build you up, guys. We're that kind of a channel, okay? We're that kind of a channel, and I want to make it known that that's who we are. We're all survivors of something. And so no matter what you're going through, I promise you there's somebody else on this page who has been there, or maybe they're going through it right now, and they have found a way to overcome it or you and that person can overcome it together along with this very large support system, okay? So thank you all so much for watching tonight. It's a blessing to have you. We'll see you tomorrow morning with our coffee club. That'll be around 7 a.m. We'll go out and hopefully feed some horses, play with some cows, do some muffins and all the like, and then we'll have some coffee as well, okay? Or whatever you like to drink. Thank y'all for watching. Good night to you all. We love you, okay? And we're so very blessed to have you. We'll see you tomorrow.